Tuachakuuliza vipi? Mashabiki tafadhali, tunaomba tuachakuuliza vipi?
Hudson. The point again for KPA. The battle continues. And another error in service by KPA, sending that ball flying out of court. Another point by KPA, or for KPA. And it's going to be Kamonde Brian serving. Down the middle. And it's going to be Kamara to serve for KPA. Another point for KPA. Kamara serving. And another serve on the net. Such instances where there's loss of services somehow come to be costly towards the end of any set, because if you're working for 25 sets and you get 5-6 sets for 25 points, I beg your pardon, and you have 6 points for free, I mean, winning against a side like GSU would be quite easy. Omolo with that hit on the back court. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for that confirmation. We're working on some technical hitches here, but glad that that was resolved. And it's going to be Wanyama looking to see whether it's going. Yes, indeed, it is a jump serve. And it's on the net. Again, another point for GSU. And it's going to be Joshua Kimaru at the service court. Bolo picks it. Kamara, there's a net touch. A net touch by Matui. A net touch by Matui. Easily picked. Matui again. Again, Brian Kamonde is struggling. And it's going to be Matui with the service. On the net. Or rather on court, I beg your pardon. on the net again. Service number 4-5 on the net. They're giving away 3 points back to back. And it's going to be costly. That substitution happening. And one Brian Nelly steps onto the court. And one Emmanuel Some goes out. He has done wonderfully well for himself. Also, at some point, getting player of the match. And supportive team there, making the work easy for him. And a block that goes out according to the referee. Did seem that it landed on court, but the referee states that it did not. One more person missing in action. One Kasarani. We are yet to see him step in. Omolo spinning it. Hudson. Picked. Oyeletbe Omolo. Stopped. And the point goes to GSU. The Generals. Slowly building up momentum. Because when they are okay, they are on a class of their own. And Mugeni stopped again. By one Victor Chariot. It's going to be Matui serving. Nicholas Matui serves it out. And Brian Gamonde goes to serve. Wait to see whether this one, it is successful again. A case of give and take between both teams. Abraham Kiplagat, instrumental in cementing that center department. Small physique, but quite the performer. The single block, Enoch Mogene. Beautifully done. Victor Chariot could not, or rather Abid Kipchir could not go across that net. And it's going to be Brian Gamonde still at the service court. KPA enjoying a 3-point lead, 22-19. Chariot to serve. Simply done. Down the middle. Abraham again. Losing sight of him is suicidal. And a substitution, Okore, the youngster, steps in. And out goes Kamara, Peter Kamara. And it's going to be Okore with the service. Matui picks it. And Okore could not contain it. Chumba steps in. And
Simple serve by Chumba.
And it's a body shot thanks to Enoch Mogeni. And officially a set point for the Blue Submarines. Set point for the Blue Submarines. Taking an early lead. Set point for KPA, 21 for the Generals. And it's going to be Enoch Mogeni serving. Enoch Mogeni with the service. Beautifully done. Simple pick. Abraham hits it out of play, 22-24. Kimaro will be serving. Wanyama, the referee indicating that that substitution will not stand. Seems to have been some form of delay in making it, but things are tight with GSU at 22. And the Blue Submarines at 24. I don't know, Erastus, unasema Boni hawezi kuingia. Boni ni team manager wa team hii. So whatever happens, he will not be stepping on this court. Kimaru serving. Moirore with that pick. It's going to be Kamara who sends it flying out of court. And a timeout by Team KPA to calm down the tension. Geoffrey Otieno saying Mombasa West wishes KPA a win. Thank you for tuning in. Waiting to see how this set turns out to be. Naftali Chumba has since stepped on the opposite position. He's a seasonal outside hitter. And a simple finish. Matui! 24, the Generals roar back to life. KBA will regret that. We do not wake up a sleeping lion. It's going to be Kimaru serving. Picked by Mwerore. Kamara again. Matui. 25-24. The Generals take the lead. 25-24 set point for the Generals. (25-24), ladies and gentlemen. Things are boiling nicely. Remember that it's not over until it's over. You do not get to write off anyone, especially at this point of the match. Wambale, you are enjoying the match from Uganda. Enjoying the match from Uganda. Is the Lepet Kamara still in play? Ladies and gentlemen, the ball is still in play. Abraham, and it's out. 26-24. GSU take the first set after quite a resounding comeback. Impressive performance by the Generals. Back with the second set. That comeback by the general service unit. Unexpected, or was it? But impressive nonetheless. They have shown dominance from the beginning of this set. KPA putting up a fight, but it wasn't sufficient to secure the first set. I think also taking the first set in any match boosts the morale and momentum of any team. So that really will work positively towards ensuring that they somehow get to secure a spot in the finals. Remember that this is a knockout stage and you only have one chance to do it. You lose, you are out. While the Orbit, you're watching us all the way from Kakuma, saying all the best to the generals. Well done, Kipkebo. That was the meaning of Raila takes an early lead. Well picked. Abiud. Mogeni. Picked by Sam Juma. Still in play. And this time round, it wasn't to come back. And Victor Chariot ensured that it doesn't. And the service by Meli, a jumps up, beautifully done. Omolo, and a block out. Abiud blocking it out. Felix with the service. Simply done. Matui. There was absolutely no attempt by Brian Kamonde to go and block that ball. Matui with the serve. And again, Dennis Omolo stopped by Abiud Kipchirchir. A one-man block. Picked by Mogeni again. Felix insisting that Omolo needs to secure that point. Serve by Dennis Omolo. Easily picked. Simply by Juma. And Mogeni. Mogeni does it wonderfully. Abiud Chirchir. Thank you for that correction. And saved by the setter. Frustration because of the nature in which that ball was picked. Dennis Omolo still serving. Well served. And Kamara! Beautifully done on the opposite end. Quite an impressive set by the set after that save by Juma. Sam, he has been missing in action, and Morore Frederick has been doing a wonderful job on that libero department. I think it got to a time where We needed to take a little bit of a break, but on that libero position for KPA, it is well taken care of, as well as it is for GSU. Hudson, renowned and experienced libero even for the Wafalme Stars. Doing a wonderful job. I think the Wafalme next competition for the Wafalme will be a hard task for the coaches to choose the side that will represent this beautiful nation. A serve out and a point for KPA. Brian Kamonde will be serving. Brian Kamonde serving, and it's out. He was hoping that it would land on court, but it did not. Abiud Chirchir. What a serve. Well picked by Mogeni, and up he goes and secures it. That, my friends, is pure class. You get down, you get up, and keep going. Tamara serving. That ball flying out of court. Too much power. And we're back to those services that were lost during the first set. KPS still in the lead, though with just 1 point. Easily done. Mogeni picks it. Kamara sets it. And blocked by Meli and Kogo. Kimaru still serving. A possible jump float that goes out of play. The target is to serve at Mogeni and make sure that he is destabilized and not in a good position to execute those attacks, because it's proving to be really difficult to contain. And seeing that Mogeni would pick a hit, get up and actually execute one, shows the willpower and the faith that the team has on him. And a serve by Mogeni, sending that ball to Matui. Encouraging to see the level of volleyball that these gentlemen are showcasing today. That, by extension, has extended to the performance of the Wafalme in the recent years, which is something to be proud of. Seeing teams like Chema, who just got into the Division 1 last year and dominating all the way to the finals, beating heavyweights like GSU, like Kenya Prisons, to the finals is really something to be proud of. It shows how far we've come as a country on matters men's volleyball. What a block. Wonderful block by the man of the match yesterday. This gentleman, Victor Cheriot. Kogo still serving. Juma Sam. And it's down at the middle. Abraham again. Abraham Kiplagat will be serving. Matui picks it. Still in play. Dennis Omolo with that spin. And this time round, again, he doesn't come back. And the man, again, is Chariot. Difficult to contain. A good indication that the future of volleyball for GSU at least is secure. The question remains if the players who play pro will be coming back to help the team. And Matui with a single block. These are both seemingly overwhelming for Kamara. And GSU fans are chanting and cheering on these men. And the service landing squarely in the nets. Felix serving. Matui picks it. Matui again. Unfortunately, Omolo could not sustain that, or rather contain the energy behind that hit. Matui Nicholas subs it out. Dennis Omolo serving. Dennis Omolo serving. Picked by Hudson. Still in play. Unfortunately, goes out of play. (13-12). Zeki Ochieng steps in. Brian Kamonde out. (13-12). GSU in the lead. Enoch Mogeni. Molo, you cannot spin. You cannot spin the ball. Kamara saves it. And it lands squarely on the net. You can see by the level of backward defense for GSU, nobody is leaving anything to chance. Doing everything they can to make sure that they secure this win. It's a matter of bringing back the title and also reclaiming their glory. GSU have been known to be the powerhouse of volleyball. And it's going to be Enoch Mogeni. Enoch Mogeni. And it's going to be Peter Kamara with the service. Beautifully done. Still in play, Enoch Mogeni. It's definitely going to be Enoch. And he secures it. Does beautifully well. Last passenger, you're saying you're from Nepal. Thank you for tuning in. Scofia. The M-Pesa till is for any of you who would like to help us in keeping things running. We appreciate any help that would come our way. It is a tasking experience to bring these matches live. So any help will go a long way in helping us make sure that these live broadcasts of these matches keep going. Asanteni sana. (16, 15). KPA in the lead. Well served, well picked. Abiud Chir. The power behind it. Sam Juma attempting to pick it. Enoch Mogeni attempting to save it. And the ball goes flying out of court. 16-16. And it's on the net. 17-16. Abraham goes to serve. And a substitution, Okore steps in place of Abraham. I can also see Wanyama approach the bench. If push comes to shove, I think we'll be seeing him on court. Easily picked. Abiod again. Zeki failing to stop that attack. Faith lacking, you're saying that Felix is improving. I think the other setters are equally doing a good job, but he also is showing wonderful performance. Again, those blocks. Matui. And it's going to be Meli serving, who will be serving for the Generals. A tightly knit set, 17-17, both teams at par. For at least a good part of this set. GSU 18, or rather GSU 19, KPA 17. Timeout for KPA. Remember that this is the fourth and final semi-final match of the day. The finalists currently are Kenya Pipeline, in the match between Kenya Pipeline and DCI. Kenya Pipeline won. The second semi-final, the finalist, I beg your pardon, is Kenya Commercial Bank, who beat Kenya Prisons 3-2. The third and the first for the men is Chema, after humbling the Kenya Prison side 3-1. And this match will give us the fourth and final finalists of this Mozzart Kenya Cup tournament 2025-2026 season. Another service by one Nelly, beautifully done. Errors in reception. And Wanyama steps forward. A looming substitution, a possible double substitution. Kevin Kipchumba in for Peter Kamara. Kipchumba in, Kamara out, Felix out, Marino Oboke in. The team having a talk about what should be done. Meshak Mogere, mambo yamechemka kwa kweli. There is 1.1k viewers right now. Imagine if all of us hit the subscribe button. We'll go a long way in helping us keep this channel alive. The previous channel had been compromised and need for us to start again. Because we take passion and pride in bringing you this action from wherever it is you are tuned in from. Matui again, Omolo could not stop him. Indeed, the block line for GSU, really impressive. They made sure they came prepared. Kipchumba again out of play. Scores are 18-23. The Generals 2 points shy of pocketing this second set. Will it be a clean sweep for them? We wait and see. And the net touch by the GSU side. Molo will be serving. 19-23. Kumi na tisa kwa 23. Easily picked by Hudson, and Matui takes it to the set point mark. With the kind of play that GSU is displaying, KPA will need a miracle to make a comeback. And it's going to be Chumba with the service. A net touch. Net touch by GSU. 20-24. Zeki with the service. Zeki serving. And it's done. Set number 2 goes to GSU. 25-20. And we're back with the start of the third set. Kenya, the general service, having taken the first set of the match, or rather the first two sets, securing the win, or rather 2 steps now, 2 points, steps closer towards the winning. A chance at winning, because the finals basically determines who picks the title. We get to know who gets to join Chema in winning this. Two points to nil. Melly still serving. Melly still serving. Easily picked by Denis Omolo, still in play. Enoch Mogeni. There's a net touch and a 3-man block at any given time. With GSU, they are not taking chances, like I told you. Marino Boke serving. Simple float. Matui picks it. The ball goes flying out of court. And it's going to be Marino still serving. Marino still serving. Matui Nicholas goes to serve for the Generals. Kindly, let's keep liking, subscribing, and sharing this broadcast far and wide as much as we possibly can. The service by Denis Molo, simply done. And Abiud Chirchir doing it on the opposite, down the diagonal, cementing it squarely on the courts. Easily done, easily picked by Matui. Abid once again, this time round, he does take responsibility. Indeed, the Generals are playing to win. Everyone pulling their weight, and they still have the reserve. Of a rich basket of players. The kinds of Misiko, Kosirai, Naftali. Abraham picks it. Enoch Mogeni. Brian Maley could not secure it. Easily done by Kimaru. That's up. Mogeni again, attempting to do it down the diagonal. Abid still serving. Jersey number 13, Abid Chirchir. And it's picked by Matui. And Matui will be the one to respond in the same style, securing that point for the Generals. Seven points each. A replica of what happened during the second set. Then towards the tail end, GSU ran with it. Their finishing is quite polished compared to what we've been seeing with KPA. The deal is to send whatever you can. Goes on to help the channel in its running. So whatever it is that you can give, we will be thankful. We do this for you. Enoch Mogeni easily picked and punished by Kimaru. Asanteni sana kwa kila mmoja anayetuma kitu kwenye till number iliyo pembeni. Easily picked, still in play, Sam Juma. Still in play, and it goes out. There's a net touch. A net touch by KPA. Kimaru serving. Omolo picks it. Wanyama. I mean, look at that. The fighting. And it's done beautifully. Kogo attempting to make that save. But it was too difficult. The power behind the ball, thanks to Mogeni Enoch. Meli, beautiful set by Meli, and goes flying out of play. The scores are 10-9, 10-9. GSU in the lead. An easy pick. An easy one once again. Simply done. Sam Juma. And it is goes out of play. From the look of things, there was a touch. But according to the referees, there wasn't. Simply done by Zeki. Matui! And brilliant sets by Brian Melly. There's a reason that he is the starting setter for the Wafalme Stars. Mogeni. Now imagine all these top players in one team representing this country. How do we lose? The serve on court. The far corner looked like it was flying out, but it did land on court. An easy pick, and it's on court. Matui will be serving. Easily done. Mogeni. And again, those blocks by GSU doing wonderfully well. Matui and another situation on the net. I think some words being thrown by the players. You have to keep it respectful, no matter who's winning and who is losing. And Matui making that kill. A quick one at that. Timeout for KPA. The scores are 14-12. GSU in the lead. Remember that tomorrow we'll be back here for the playoff matches to determine the third and fourth. And finally we'll be seeing the showdown. That is the finals of this year's Mozzart Kenya Cup tournament. Live from Kasarani. If you can make your way here, kindly do so. If not, we assure you that the live, or rather the matches, will be live. Service for and another point for GSU. A point for KPA, standing at 14-15, GSU in the lead. 14. That has been rectified. GSU are in the lead. Easily done. No, it's not. It's an overpass that has been immediately punished. From all indications, GSU are running away with this. It's difficult to come back from them. Abud Chirchir serving. Easily done. Picked by Omolo. Enoch Mogeni. 16-17. And it's going to be Enoch Mogeni to serve. What a serve. And what a set. Wonderfully done. And that block unexpected completely. But impressive for a man of his stature. And the kind of attack that is Kogo. The scores are currently 17 for GSU and 16 for KPA. That has since been rectified. Seventeen, 16. Enoch Mogeni to serve. Enoch Mogeni. And another point by the Blue Submarines, who equalize. Amara is on the bench. He has since been replaced. And a service on the net. Kimaru serving. Easily done. Enoch Mogeni, a body shot. It's a one-man show. (18-18). And a serve again out of play. 19-18. And Chumba steps in place of Kogo. (19-18), easily picked. And well executed, despite that little collision on the net. Substitution, Kogo in, Chumba out, and Zeki will be stepping out in place of Okore, the youngster who has been a surprise, so to speak, in the recent past. Quite a unique kind of, or rather way of play, but impressive nonetheless. The blocks by Abraham and Omolo not sufficient enough to stop that attack. And it is Brian Meli who, by the way, scored quite a number of points through service, who will be serving. Another point for KPA. 20-20. Simply done, and it's on court again. Indeed, Kirwa, the position, the opposite position, is quite competitive for the Kenyan side. Looking forward to seeing more outside hitters going pro. I don't think we have any. A lot of our professional players go out there and play opposite. Opposite is characterized majorly by a lot of energy behind the ball. 23-21. Or is it 22-21? 22-21. And it's Dennis Omolo to serve. Simply done. Hudson. Picked by Sam Juma. Impressive, but goes out of play, unfortunately. And a substitution, bringing in jersey number 12. Emmanuel Some in place of Victor Cheriot. So basically there are two setters on court. I'm interested to see who, and is punished. A body shot, still in play. Sam Juma could not get it. That body shot. And Kimaru saves the day, almost in defense and response to what just happened. 22-22, or rather 23-22. The General seeking just 2 points to usher the team into the finals. And a possible injury, a back injury. Omolo is on the floor. Curious to see who will take his place should this turn out to be unbearable on his part. Looks serious. at a match, ladies and gentlemen. Someone watching this without knowing it's a semi-final would easily think that this is a final match. The kind of play and resilience that is being shown on these courts. Emmanuel Some still serving. Omolo is back on his feet. Like they say, it's not over until it's over. 23-22, a chance at redeeming themselves. And another chance at making a comeback in every sense of the word for the Generals. Mogeni, 23-23. Beautifully done. Kogo. And it's set point for the Generals, 23 for KPA. Anything can happen at this point. Literally anything can happen at this point, and that substitution happening for the first time. Abiud will be stepping out, and in his place is again for the first time in this match, Elvis Kimutai coming in to make that sub and possibly finish this. Simple sub picked by Wanyama. A low set. 24-24. Ryan Kabonde steps in. And Wanyama goes out. In comes Abiud Chirchir to execute those backcourt attacks. For GSU, would you take a look at who's serving? Enoch Mogeni, right when it counts, an error in service. Would be suicidal as spoke too soon. 25-24. Wanyama steps back in. He had one job and one job only. Imaru serving. Kosirai attempting to get him, but the coach says the number of substitutes. Samjuma. Mogeni, 25-25. We take it to 27. We take it to 27. Wanyama serving. Okore Omolo. Two block. Meli down the line. Matui Nicholas. They're really capitalizing on that right side, seeing as the setter isn't as though. Some goes back out, and it's going to be Kogo to sub. 26-25. Kogo serving. Sam Juma. Mogeni. 26. We are taking it to 28. The stubborn Blue Submarines not relenting. Substitution. Setter goes out. Kamara steps in. I think addressing that issue of the line defense. And it's Okore to serve, a simple serve. And it's blocked. Abiud. 27-26. KBA in the lead. GSU playing catch up. Okore serving. Okore service on the net. Right when it counts. 27-27. Brian Meli to serve. He will remember that. But volleyball is a game of mistakes. And this is how it is done. Meli with the service. Simply done. Abraham down the middle. 28-27. KPA. The expectation was that Omolo would be given that ball. And Abraham, the man who has proved to be difficult to contain in that center department for the Blue Submarines. Simply done. Matui again. And he secures it. 28-28. Matui to serve. (28-28). Sam Juma. Mogeni still in play. Abraham does it. Abiud still in play. Sam Juma. Dennis Omolo. Simply done. Who will it be? Definitely Mogeni. And it's out! Dennis Mogeni, ladies and gentlemen, 29-28. The crowd is on its feet. The fight, the struggle. And it is Dennis Omolo probably going to just spin it. No, he doesn't. And Sam Juma failing to pick it again. Mambo yamechemka hapa. 29-29. We finish at 31. Abiud steps onto the, or rather has to be Kogo. Enoch Mogeni seems to have had a situation there, a possible muscle strain. I mean, the man is overworking. The referee unasema ni kulonzero. Indeed, Abel Kiplimo, volleyball in Kenya has really improved. And it's going to be a service. Both team at par. GSU serve. Easily picked. Down the middle again. 30-29. Seems like we're not going home anytime soon. And again, you never wake a sleeping giant. Nasema ukimwamsha aliyelala utalala mwenyewe. And Abraham goes to serve. Simply done, easily picked. And it's on! KVA take the third set. Clearly, we are not going home anytime now. What a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. Such zeal. Wonderful performance by the Blue Submarines as well as GSU. I mean, it was hard fought, finishing at 31. Everything is at stake. the start of this fourth set. From all indications, it was almost as if we were finishing it in the previous set, but KPA said no, it was not to be. Alafu pia ni mapema, sijui mnaelekea wapi. Amesema kaende sana. One thing I'm sure about is that GSU will come guns blazing in this set, trying all they can not to repeat the mistakes that have happened in the previous set. Not that there were many, a couple of loss of services on both sides happening in both cases. Abraham attempting to save that ball, but it does not happen. Dennis Molo, a point for the Blue Submarine. Well sub, easily picked, not quite. Abiud, the libero, having set that ball from the front court. I'm wondering what the referee is on about. And a block out by Dennis. However, he did touch the ball. The referee clarifying that that was an error on both sides. I mean, sending blame on both sides. But we keep going. Another block by Abiud. Chirchir. Mogeni. And a service by Matui. Easily picked. And he ends up hitting it out of play and regrets it immediately. Service by Dennis Omolo. Simple pick. And well hit by Kimaru. Joshua Kimaru. And a service on the net, error in service. Abraham will be serving. Abraham will be serving for KPA. A simple pick. And a one-man block by Wanyama. That second one did not go across. Abraham still at the service court. It's flying out. Again! Wanyama! What a block. And a one-man block at that. Spectacularly done. A simple pick by Matui, and it's on court thanks to Kimaru. A substitution happening. Abiud steps out and in comes Naftali Chumba, who goes on to serve. Possible jump floats. Indeed it is. Technical serve. Wanyama. What a hit. And it's Enoch Mogeni to serve. He's really been consistent and taken the lead, leading from the front. He knows that the team depends on him. Matui still in play. Should I call that a headshot or a head rebound? And it is Kasarani who sent that ball flying out of court. Maybe because he's not had a taste of the game. The coach Tarus choosing to bring him on during this particular point of the match. Sam Juma had it but couldn't pick it. Like I was saying, it's important that the player gets a feel, at least a feel of the game before such a major substitution happens. I would also think that Tarus did not expect this to come to this point. Initially, it was that third set was for GSU for the taking, considering how well they played. That comeback by Enoch Mogeni, securing that set for the Blue Submarines. Asante sana Mark Bitoku. What a service by Wanyama. And Okore failed to make that block successful. Mark Bitoku, asante sana for the flowers. Saying KPA to win. Well, skofu ya Juma, mechi hizi zinafanyika Kasarani. Nyayo Stadium ndio kuna vituko vya aina hiyo. Daniel Sere, you're saying it's going to be a civilian final. So used to the men in uniform playing in the finals. Another block. Abraham. This time round, Matui finishes it. Service by Nelly, attempting Abraham attempting to hit it down the middle, but it doesn't even cross the net. APA in the lead, 10 points to 9. What a set, and the finish, classical. Typical of Enoch Mogeni. Spino with the service. And the point once again for KPA. (12-9). The service out of play by Marino. Trevor Billion. He's saying KPA can still do it. Abraham, beautiful. Wonderfully done. The man to watch on that center department is Abraham, formerly also of Equity Africa. Has since crossed over to the KPA side. I think this should be his first season, if not his second. A simple spin of that ball. And that finish in style. 11 points to 13. Would we be looking at a 5-setter? An easy pick. And another one. Sam Juma. Mogeni Enoch. Naftali Chumba. Could not secure it. (14-11). Okoro is back. Abraham setting service on the net. Another expensive mistake. 12-14. An ace by Naftali Chumba. And it's 13-14. This give and take. Wanyama stopped by Kasarani. 14-14. GSU equalize. Paul Khan, thank you so much. Tuned in all the way from Ghana. Sending us a lot, or rather much love from Ghana. Thank you so much. Well received. There's a touch on that ball. 15-14. Enoch Mogeni to serve. What a serve, but it flies out of court, unfortunately. Easily done. Wanyama again. 16-15. Paul Khan. Oh, the player of APL Rwanda. Thank you for tuning in. And Matui. Again, he could not make that pick, unfortunately. And it is for Sirai to serve. Kasarani serving. And he serves it out of play. 17-16. Okore will be serving. Beautifully done by Kimaru. Landmark is saying that the Generals will win it regardless. An easy pick. It's going to be Mogeni, you know. And Shadrach Misiko with that block line defense. And it is Brian Melly. Oh, timeout. KPA called for a timeout. Indeed, the pitch, as you rightfully observe, that losing a lead, 3-point lead, can be costly because playing catch-up, especially with that kind of margin, it's also difficult. But I tend to flip it a bit, because if a team can lose a 3-point lead, then the team that is making or rather catching up, equalizing, could also easily lose the same points. Nonetheless, GSU are displaying class in their way of playing, so it's difficult to say. Abraham again, no communication, and classical finish by Dennis Omolo. Dan Ogola, you're watching us live from Djibouti. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, that is Brian Melly, the Wafalme set. Edwin Kipleting unatazama kutoka Kapche. It's a touch. Sam Juma. Oh my God. Interesting turn of events. Challenge that there was a touch on that ball. The first referee, Judith Tarus, deciding otherwise. Dani style, Matui style. Water hits. Skofi Juma unatazama kutoka the Kingdom of Bungoma. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wanyama Mogeni Hudson on the receiving end. Misiko Shadrach. Wanyama picks it again. Mogeni too close to the blocks. Now that's a perfect one. No, it's not. Chitri, you're watching us live from Nepal. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be Matui to serve. Enoch Mogeni fighting tooth and nail. Desperate attempt to deliver this win for KPA 2020. Ruben Gidinji, you're watching us live from Nyeri, Kibiruini Showground. Thank you for tuning in. And all the way from Garissa, Liban Abdullahi, thank you for tuning in. From Kipsirwa, Dennis Limo unatutizama, and from Kebumen Tui, you are watching us. 2020, Dennis Omolo serving. Simply done. Picked by Omolo. Who will it be once again? Confusion in the middle. Sam Juma. The setter fighting tooth and nail. Unfortunately, did not go across an injury for the setter. Looks like an arm injury. He seems to have landed wrong. And another one at Sam Juma. The pressure on these courts. Things are boiling. Basically, steel meets steel. And like they say, Dylan, then a wiki all the way from Dubai. Thank you for tuning in. Kasangalo Mountain, Sharon Wanjala, you unatizama. 21-20. This could easily be a 5-setter, and it also could easily end here. The time is 7:42 East African time. I know that these matches are live from different parts of the country as well as the globe. Tell us where you're watching us from. Shadrach Misiko. Mogeni, 21-21. Wild Orbit, you're watching us live from Kakuma, saying all the best to GSU. 21-21, Abraham is serving. And from the land of kangaroos, Gilbert Lagat is watching. Mogeni Enoch, picked by Brian Melly. Still in play. Anyama. Still in play. Mogeni. 22-21. Kimaru is not amused. 22-21. And Joseph Mbuvi unatizama live from JKIA. All the best to Team GSU. (22-21). KPA in the lead. KPA in the lead. 22-21. Are we going home or are we staying on? We wait to see. Abraham serving. Easily done. Picked by Matui. And well finished by Kimaru. 22-22. Thank you so much, Regan Milan. I appreciate that. Andronicus Kipiego, you're saying KPA kichwa. Emmanuel, wote wakipoteza nani atashinda? Nelson Wamukota, you're tuned in live from Thika Garrison. GSU all the way, Wanyama, 23-22. Skopia Juma, live from Lodwa. And Ronald Segon, you're tuned in live from the Port Marine. Solid behind the team KPA. Beautifully done, Okore. Set point, KPA. 22, GSU. The man at the service court is Enoch Mogeni. Simply done. And Kimaru does not play. Jose Shadrack kutoka Kampala, mashabiki wa KPA. Oh, solely behind Morino. Sam Juma. Mogani! It's a 5-setter. It is a 5-setter. Everything boils down to this. What a comeback. What some the level of the game. Such wonderful. Mark with the start of the fifth and final set. Kore with the service. Kasirai. Beautifully done. Matui. Mogeniano. Mogeniano. Could he be the man that will bring down the wall that is the general service unit? Kore with the service once again. Matui again. And Dennis Omono could not stop it. Easily done. And a single block by Kosirai, stopping Omolo. By Matui. Abraham failing to take it across the net. Early lead for GSU. 3 points to 1. Remember that this is a short set. Easily done. This time round, he does not disappoint. 2-3. 2 points to 3. And it's still in play. And twice done. Enoch Mogeni. And a dangerous trend here. Shadrach Misiko with the service. Sam Juma picks it. Abraham again. And a net touch. 4 points. Four points each. Dennis Omolo. Well done by Omolo. And it's out. 5 points to 4. Emotions are running high. Omolo once again to serve. And Omolo failing to pick it. And it's Kosirai will be serving for the general. Sam Juma picks it. And this time round, he does not go across Abraham. That stubborn center position. Been difficult to contain for the generals, especially with Abraham on the front line. And again, Abraham is the man Abraham serves it. Nobody could finish it. Who will set it? Mogeni, a three-man block. Still in play. Referee says there was a net touch. And indeed there was. Seven points to 6. Simply picked down the line. 7-7. Sam Juma. Mogeni! 8 points to 7. Mogeni has really done well. Mogeni has really done well to help KPA make that comeback. Enoch Mogeni serving. Eight points to 7. Another serve. Hudson takes it. Matui catching Sam Juma off guard. Simply done. And it goes flying out of port. Thanks to Wanyama. And GSU take the lead at 9 points to 8. Received by Dennis. Oh. And it's 10-8. 10 points to 8. Beautifully done by Matui. The pressure for this match. Ten, 8. Ten points to 8. And in comes Tumba. Beautifully done. Sam Juma picks it. Mogeni Enoch. And a block by Okore, sending the scores to 10-9. Still in play. Wanyama spins it across. Still in play. They're set by the setter. And it's a point for the Generals. 11-9. Brian Melly, simply done. GSU. Timeout for KPA. Scores are 12 points to 9. Service for GSU. Brian Melly serving. Well done by Sam Duma. This time round, Zeki Ochieng secures it. 10 points to 12. Matui. 13. 10. Matui serving. Sam Juma picks it. There's a touch. There's a touch on that ball. There is indeed a touch on that ball. Take a look at that replay. The captain and the coach indicating that, or rather that challenge at the referee stand. And the decision stands 14-10. Nicholas Matui serving. Easily picked. And there's a net touch. 11-14. Timeout by GSU. Timeout by GSU. Beautiful set by the setter, and it's a wrap. GSU are on to the finals. They will be meeting Chema. Congratulations to the Red Berets. They get to cruise on to the finals. Big congratulations to them. So it's going to be Chema, GSU, Pipeline, KCB. See you tomorrow, same time and place. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful evening. My name is Florence Bosire.